Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch and would like to purchase it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at JazzTime.com. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean 600M 43.5 millimeter with a black and white bezel, reference 215.30.44.22.01.001. I will tell you a little bit about the history and where this watch stands in the comparison of other similar Planet Oceans. Then I'll tell you about the case, bezel, dial, bracelet, movement, finally try it on and give you my thoughts. So let's start with the history. Now, the Planet Ocean is one of Omega's newer lines. It came out in 2005, which is actually makes it almost 20 years old. Actually, it does make it 20 years old because now we're in 2025. Now, Omega has four main lines of collections of watches. They have the Constellation, which is their pure dress watch. They have the Seamaster, which what this Planet Ocean falls under. The Seamaster has their iconic Diver 300M, which is what James Bond wore, Pierce Brosnan. And they have the Aquaterra, which is also sporty but a little bit dressy. And then they have Planet Ocean, which is what you're looking at. And then they have the Heritage models, which are ones that are revised versions of the older ones, watches that they had. They brought them back to life. And then they have the Speedmaster, which is the moon watch, and they did a whole bunch of variations of that. And I guess lastly, they have the DeVille, which is not really that great to look at, and probably their worst seller. But it's a dress watch, and let's not focus on those ones. Okay, now where does this watch stand in the lineup? This one's a Planet Ocean. It falls under the Seamaster category. And of the Seamasters, the Planet Ocean is like their beefed up version of the Seamaster. It takes the Seamaster to a whole nother level. It goes deep, super deep. In fact, they even have a ultra deep that goes 6,000 meters, which I believe is one of the longest, if not maybe that in the deep sea or something. I think that deep sea actually only goes 4,000 meters. So it actually surpasses that of the deep sea. But anyways, the Planet Ocean has many variations. They make it, they've been making it since 2005, and it's sort of the a Seamaster, a 300M like on steroids. And why did I say that? Well, because they have it in many different colors, blue with many different case materials, gold, ceramic, titanium, steel and gold, etc. And they do it with different straps, on NATO strap, on steel straps, on rubber straps, every variation you can imagine. In fact, at the moment, they even have 56 different variations of the Planet Ocean. So you can choose all that. Okay, but let's talk about the variation. So that gives you a little idea of where this watch stands in the lineup. And of course, as you see it in its current configuration, it has this steel bezel. You can actually even put this one on a leather strap or a rubber strap, and they even sell it like that too. So it's not a bad way to break up the monotony of all steel. But okay, since we're talking about this watch, let's continue speaking about this watch. So I've given you a sort of overview where this watch stands in the lineup. Is at one of the more, I don't want to say cheaper, but inexpensive starting point of the Planet Ocean, in that it's only in steel. So they do make, of course, obviously super expensive ones, but the ones in steel with, as you see it, these are the cheaper ones. The retail price is at least as of 25 is 8,700, and we're selling it for less than that at jazztime.com. So if you want to buy this watch at a discount, please go to jazztime.com. Okay, all right, now let's start talking about the watch itself. Now, starting with the case. The case is 43.5 millimeters. That's pretty big. It's not massive, but it's pretty big. Because for a sports watch, generally, it's going to be between 40 and 44. 44 being the largest, and 40. So 43.5, that's not small. But it's not too massive. I'll try it on my wrist later, and I have a 7.5-inch wrist. You'll see that it's not massive. It is big. The point is to be big. It's a diving watch. It needs to be legible, and Omegas are meant to be big. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. So this one is 43.5 millimeters. Okay, and now lug to lug, that's actually the more important number. Lug to lug, people kind of get confused. What does that mean? It means the top lug to the bottom lug, going from the 12 o'clock position, right where the entrance of the bracelet comes, the very tip of that lug. The lug is the thing where the bracelet connects to the head. Very tip of that, going all the way down to the very tip of the other side, north to south, up and down, 12 to 6. That distance is 49.5. Now, to give you some reference, for example, a deep sea is actually even bigger than that, and I think it's at 50 something. so it's even bigger than that. And um, like a AP offshore is bigger than that. So it's not actually not that big if you consider the more important length is actually the up and down length, the lug to lug width. That's the more important one. And anything under 50 is not bad. Okay, now that is the, and let's look at the thickness. Now the thickness here is quite thick though. It is 17 millimeters thick, but if you put that in comparison to a Rolex Deep Sea, the Deep Sea actually is about the same thing. I think it might even be more. It might be like 17.5 or something like that, or 16.5. It's very close. So the thickness is thick, but if you compare it to other similar sized watches, such as the Deep Sea, which is a 44 millimeters, the thicker the watch, the bigger the watch, the thicker it needs to be to make it look proportional. Otherwise, it will look like a flat pancake if it's too thin. So it matches and is proportional. Okay, and it weighs, by the way, 226 grams. Just to give you some reference, 226 grams, that's a lot. A Rolex stainless steel is somewhere in the 130 range at a 40 millimeter size. So it's up quite heavy, big and heavy. Not that heavy. I mean, it's not like 200 grams is going to kill you or anything, but it is heavy. Okay, let's move on off the case. And uh, actually, I should also say it has a very nice high polished beveled edge with a satin finish on the top. That's what makes the Planet Ocean case unique. The other cases do not look like that, and it's quite a nice case actually. Okay, let's move on and talk about the bezel. What is interesting about this bezel? Well, Omega is claiming, which I would probably believe, that it might even still be the first ceramic bezel that is in both white and black. It seems kind of hard to believe, but actually I think that's true. I don't see any other watch that has a white and black bezel. Yes, some have a white or a black, but not both. And what is unique about this bezel is, number one, it's made in ceramic, so it's not going to scratch or fade. Number two, it's going to look like this for basically ever unless you crack it, which is hard to do. But you'll see the top portion from 18 until 6, that part is black. That signifies night. This watch is a GMT, which allows you to see the time in a second time zone. And you can also tell if that time zone is night or dark by simply looking at the bezel. 6 o'clock p.m. being dark, 6 a.m. being after being bright. At the bottom of it, you see it in white. White signifies sunshine or light, and that is the purpose of having the two-toned bezel. And I think they did a really nice touch by overlaying white over the black and then black over the white in a very nice way. And they also contrasted that with the dial, which is the next talking point on this video, is the dial. The dial, they write in their technical data, if you look on their website, they actually say that the dial is also in black ceramic. Wow, if that's true, which I assume that it is, I mean, I don't know why they lie about that, but that would be one of the first times I've ever seen a dial. Usually a dial is made of a metal, and they paint on it, and then they add the markers and such to it. But Omega is saying that the dial itself is black ceramic. Wow, okay. I've actually never seen that before. It's it's quite a pretty cool thing to see. Okay, at any rate, even if it isn't black ceramic or it is black ceramic, the point is the dial is very legible. It's black on white, which matches the bezel, and it has very legible hands. And then it has this GMT hand that goes around once every 24 hours, as opposed to the hour hand that goes around once every 12 hours, and it signifies a second time zone. And as I just said, you can easily read it. It's pretty standard for a GMT. But anyways, it is tele-GMTs. Okay, so let's move on here to the bracelet. Now the bracelet is your standard Planet Ocean bracelet. It has a deployment buckle, but nicely it doesn't just flip open. You have to press the sides, and then when both are activated, then it will open, which is a very nice touch. They basically do this on all of them. It also has a diver extension, by the way, at the buckle. You simply push on it and then the extension come out. So for those people who are actually using it to dive, which I've never actually heard anyone use this to dive. It's an expensive watch. Most people use, dive computers. But if you wanted to, you could actually take this diving, and you could extend it over your wetsuit with this diver extension, which is a nice feature, although I don't know how much useful it is, but it does look pretty cool. Okay, at any rate, that is the the buckle. Now let's move on to the movement. The good thing I like about the Omegas is that they allow the user to view the movement. A lot of companies like Rolex and many others do not actually show the movement. Why exactly? I'm not sure, but it does look quite nice to see the movement. And it is an 8906 caliber, and you can view the movement. I forgot to mention, by the way, this case, you might be wondering, why is there two crowns? Well, the crown on the right is to set the time and set the date, which is 1/2/31, and also the GMT hand. The little crown thing at the 10 o'clock, it's not actually a crown, it's a helium escape valve. Now, I don't really know that much about diving other than how to dive. I don't know the details, but as I understand, as you go deeper or something, helium needs to be released from when you come up. I don't know. Maybe someone who knows more about diving and gases can explain that to me. But at least as I understand, as I've read, the helium needs to escape. It goes out through the helium escape valve, which is at the 10 o'clock. That's not to change the GMT hand, it's to let the gas escape. Although I really wonder, like, who is actually going to go dive that deep, because I've dived with a dive watch before and I've never had to release any gas. But I guess those who are diving super deep are going to release some gas, and well, at least you have the helium escape valve out the 10 o'clock. Okay, that is the movement. Very nicely done, and it has a nice case back. Okay, now time to try this watch on my wrist. Now I'm 6 foot tall, 200 pounds, and I have a 7.5 inch wrist. I would recommend it for people who have a 7-inch wrist or larger, and I would say don't get this if you have a 7-inch wrist or smaller, because 43 millimeters is quite large. But it does look very cool. It definitely has some large presence to it. It looks very manly, very chunky, sporty, and so it's a very nice watch for the price point, which is under $10,000. We're even selling it at Jazz Time, I think, around in the fives right now. So, but that could change, who knows. But anyways, check our website, jazztime.com, or click on the link in the description below to buy this very cool Omega at jazztime.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in Jazz Time, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.